Alright, it's working now. Sorry about that, team. Forget I gotta switch over my mics every time I disconnect my PC from somewhere and go somewhere else. What's good, E. Kendall? Welcome, welcome. Just gonna give everybody another 3 minutes to join and then we will get started at exactly 7 p.m. We will be going over the pairs you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD-USD, finishing off with US oil. um, woke up today, looked at the charts, and I'm like, well, ain't shit to trade. Hopping on COD. Haven't updated my charts obviously in the last couple days that I haven't been at my setup. So we're gonna do that today. We'll take some time to update our charts, get everything ready. Um, I don't want to get people comfortable with these sessions being as long as they have been, just because, again, this is gonna be something I'm gonna, be more aware of going into the next year. Um, there's a lot of people are watching this from other parts of the world that are a couple hours ahead of us, right? 6, 7 hours ahead. Some even 7, 8 hours ahead. Um, and that leaves everybody with, or most people leaves them with the option to just watch the recording before the trading sessions in the morning. So we're gonna try to make these sessions as quick as possible, but the information has been dope though. Now it'll be the same. We'll still have some good information. The trades that we gotta step back and talk about and give clean breakdowns of. We'll go through those for sure. But I want to try to keep these sessions as long as possible, but also as short as possible. Right? Give enough information to everybody where everybody is satisfied. Everybody knows what it is that we're looking for. But then at the same time, again, this is just us updating our charts, getting ready for tomorrow. So it's really not a difficult session to get through. The Sunday sessions, the weekly market breakdowns, those are the ones where we really have to go into detail and talk about everything. So, but the information has been good, man. Can't lie. Yo, Kendall, you need some custom clothing, bro. Let me know. Start up a brand and shit. If your high school needs custom jerseys made, let me know, man. Sent you a trade on Discord. Let me know your thoughts. I got you. Let me go see. Oh, the GJ one. Wait, which one did you sent me a GJ one a couple days ago? Is that what you're talking about, or is it on another disc? Is it on the server? Oh, that's the one you're talking about? Alright, cool. Let me pull it up. I just had your name. Where is it? Oh, there you go. Let's go to GJ. This was on the 30th of November. And it was a 1 minute trade. So you got the gap fill. Okay, there you go. That's what I see. Alright, so you got the gap fill. Price came down. Gave you an exhaustion candle. Stop loss above that 1 minute structure is not bad. Then trading from the higher high, you got to go into a higher low. On the 4 hour time frame, price never gave you a valid break. After the inducements, tapped back into the 30-minute highs, gave you 4 hour exhaustion candles. Right, those 4 hour exhaustion candles already gave you an indication that this was the higher high and we're looking for price to give us a higher low. Into that higher low, price here turned around on the 30-minute, gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high. It didn't give you the break, right? The initial break that you would be looking for to get into the trade on the 30, but on the lower time frames, like if you go there again on the 1 minute or the 5 minute, had the 1 minute change of character, you had the 1 minute change, and that's it. You had a 5 minute and a 1 minute change. But again, it's not bad. You go into the 5 minute, you go into the 1 minute, you look at the EMAs, right? Even the EMAs on the 15 minute. You had the cross below the 50 and the 200, or the cross of the 50 going below the 200 on the 15. On the 5 minute, you had the same thing. Cross of the 50 below the 200. You had the gap fill, and then structure on the 1 minute time frame is not bad. So it's not a bad trade. And then you had typed 4 hour higher high, 3 weeks of rise, move sideways or go down, 3 days of drop. Price opened with gap, reset the trend, filled the gap from the open, bounce off 50 in the 30 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, 50 cross below the 200, entry rejection of the 800 EMA on the 1 minute. Yeah, that's perfect. Price came down, tapped back to the 800, gave you the exhaustion candle, straight down to TP. Not bad. Not bad at all, my brother. Any questions before we get started, guys? Any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, then we will just be going over the pairs you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name. Thanks to you. No, thanks to you, man. That's what studying gives you. Gave you the power to see that trade, man. Gave me the vision. I gave you the blueprint, man. The time you have on the chart is what gave you the vision. That's facts. And again, it's easily comparable, bro. You've been in here long enough to see who have been the ones that have been consistently trading and consistently showing, consistently trading, right? Let's just put it that way. The only ones who've been consistently trading, who has it been? It's only been the people who show up day in and day out every single day. Everyone else just filled with excuses as to why they can't do this, and they got this going on and that going on, and it's okay, that's life, you know what I mean? But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happens in your life, you still clock into work. You still show up to work at the time that you gotta show up. Right? So what's the difference between something that you want to start for yourself and a regular corporate job or a regular 9 to 5 job? Right? There's no difference. It's the same thing. It's the same mindset. Right? If your boss tells you you got to be in the office at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m., sorry, you're waking up at 5 and you're getting ready to go into the office at 6. That's just how it is. So, again, it's very easy to do it, man. It's not something where you gotta show up at 7 p.m. No, bro. You don't gotta show up at 7 p.m. That's why it's recorded. Watch the recording, take notes. But nobody wants to do the work. Everybody wants life. Again, and everybody's definition of success is different. And then we'll talk about this real quick and then we'll start. Everybody's definition of success is different. Success doesn't look the same for everybody. Online and social media has made it a thing where people only think success means one word, which is, oh, you're rich and you got money and you're buying cars and you got houses. And for some other people, success is just be able to be comfortable, live comfortably, right? Pay your bills, go out when you want to go out. If you have a family, take care of the kids, shit like that, right? Everybody's definition is different. And at the end of the day, trading is one of those things that will allow you to shape up what your definition of success is. If you want to be comfortable and have family time, you could do that with trading. What? You make 60K, 70K just on the screen? That's how much you make at your regular job. You get better and better, then you're making 80K, 90K, then you're making 6 figures, right? 100Ks. It's very easily attainable. It's just whether or not you want to put in the time to really do it. That's all it is. Right? Muhammad, Albert, Agent, exactly. The three people who show up all the time. You know, even Albert. Albert always has something going on. Right? Shout out Albert. But, you know, even though he's not in the sessions, you know, the days that he can't be here, he'll still message me. And he'll be like, "Yo, I know I haven't been in the sessions, but I've been, you know, dealing with this, and that. But I'll be back soon." He keeps in touch, right? Muhammad is another one. Muhammad hasn't been in the sessions constantly, consistently. He hasn't been in the sessions for this entire year, pretty much. But before this year, he was in the sessions every single day, all of last year in 2023. And you know, he passed his funded. I don't know if he's still funded or not, but you know, he's dealing with school and having to move and all this other shit too. So but he's one that never gives excuses, bro. He has his goals with school that he wants to accomplish. Go do that. You could do both, but you know, some things you gotta take care of one thing to be able to do the other sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Right? Adrian is another one. He's a fucking doctor, bro. Guy's over here doing surgery, and in the OR, he has my sessions pulled up in the speakers, so everybody hears this shit. But that's what it is, bro. It's just being consistent and doing what you want to do. That's all it takes is being consistent. If you say you're gonna go to the gym, 2026, I'm gonna go my New Year's resolution, start going to the gym. You gotta wake up and go to the gym. How many people go to the gym for the first month of the year and then February, March comes around, the gyms are empty now. 5 in the morning, no one's in the fucking gym anymore. It's tough. It's the same thing, bro. Waking up to the charts at 6, 5:30, 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., whatever time you wake up, that shit's not easy. Then to get there for the shits not to be any fucking entries. It's a pain in the ass. It is. It is a pain in the ass. It's boring. It's whatever you want to say it is. It is that. But at the end of the day, trading is trading. It's either you know the rules or you don't know the rules. If you don't know the rules, then you can't play. And if you decide to play without knowing the rules, then you're going to lose. So, that's pretty much it for my rant for today, guys. I haven't ranted in a few days. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get started? Let me know. If not, give everybody one more minute. At 7:11, we will get started. 60 seconds on the clock. Again, we're gonna be going over the pairs you see on the right-hand side with the red flag next to their name. Going in order from the top to the bottom, we have a few pairs to update. All of our pairs we gotta update them. I haven't updated my charts in a few days. So this is gonna be a pretty good class. Got the rant out of the system. Now we on the charts. Yo, facts. But sometimes you gotta, you know, you gotta have these rant sessions, bro. Somebody has to hear it. Sent you the page in the book, but Alright, team, let's get started. Let's make this a good one. Alright, so as always, we'll start off from the daily. From the daily, go to the 4 hour. From the 4 hour, go to the 30. Update our daily highs and 4 hour highs and 30-minute highs and lows. Talk about any continuations, where we're at, what we're looking for, what we could be expecting for price. So AUD/USD, we know we're in an overall downtrend, right? We had push one, first zone of consolidation, push number two, second zone of consolidation, the start of push number three that gave us the break of the zone of consolidation. When we're looking at the trend, we have lower low, lower high, lower low, equal highs, then price moves sideways, then gave us a lower low. So all we're looking for is for price to give us a set lower high to go from the lower high into the lower lows, right, into the previous peak lows down here. Now, the questions that you should be having is, okay, when do we know that we are in a set lower high and price is going to continue the downtrend, right? And all of this has to deal with market structure, price action, right? Looking at different candlestick patterns, how they're printing and what price is doing in those areas, right? It's very simple, right? And a lot of traders that you see online are going to teach you these strategies, right? Simple strategies like shoulder head shoulders, bearish or bullish shoulder head shoulders, flag post patterns, right? Whether it's bearish or bullish flag post patterns. A lot of traders are going to teach harmonic patterns, right? I don't use harmonic patterns, but some people do use those. Um, in this case for us, price reached our first point of interest into a lower high, right? And we understood we have 2 points of interest. We have the 800 EMA and then we have the gap that's at the top of the market, this 30-minute gap that's at the top, right? And when we're also looking at it, we know that this could be a little type 3 pattern, a multi-session daily time frame type 3 pattern, right? So when we're looking at, okay, price reached our lower high, what else do we want to start seeing, right? Market structure, we want to start seeing lower lows and lower highs, which on the daily time frame, we don't have that just yet, right? But if you zoom into this spot too, you can see that we never really had that. Price also on the daily time frame gave us a bearish shoulder head shoulder. A lot of traders are going to tell you that, oh, a shoulder head shoulder printed, so we're going to start getting into those short positions. And again, for me and my rules and how I look at the charts and how I determine whether it's a valid or invalid shoulder head shoulder, all deals with whether or not price broke the shoulder head shoulder. And in this case, did price break below the first shoulder that was printed? No. Price came down. Look how many exhaustion candles price gave us. Just tapped into these lows multiple times, right? On the 4 hour time frame, you'll see the same thing. Right? There was something I turned off on the daily that I did by accident because I wasn't paying attention. Hold on. Economic events. There you go. On the 4 hour time frame, we also had a shoulder head shoulder. Right? A 4 hour time frame shoulder head shoulder where again, price never broke these lows. Price induced the lows, gave us a fake break, right? Inducement of the lows, and then started turning back around and started making lower time frame higher highs and higher lows. But on the 4 hour time frame as well, when we're looking at market structure, once again, price was always on an uptrend. Higher high, higher low, higher high, and price was just pushing down, giving us a higher low point. You can see that price never broke these lows, right? So it gave us a higher low, and again, we start seeing price on the 30-minute time frame. What did price start doing? Price started giving us, once it gave us the inducement of the low, it started giving us higher high, higher low the entire time. Right? There was only two things that we saw were going to happen. Either price was just going to continue to consolidate like it did on Monday and Tuesday, right? But instead, after Monday, Tuesday, price just went up, gave us a break of structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and just continued. And then for today, market opened for Wednesday, right? It's already Wednesday, and price gave us another higher high, right? So we have higher high, higher low, back up into these higher highs over here. So understanding, putting all the pieces together, right? Understanding, yes, okay, on the daily, we're in an overall downtrend, but what do we see? Are we still making the push to the top side to get a steeper pullback, to get a steeper lower high point, or did price start downtrending? Right, and once we already calculated, okay, cool, we're still, you know, price is still giving us a pullback. Perfect, right? We don't have any continuations on the daily time frame. We have a daily no net. Price just moved sideways for the month of November. On the 4-hour time frame, let's update our weekly output. And again, every pair I'm gonna have to update this, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. You know, this session in particular, we're gonna do it a little bit quicker because I don't want to sit here for 2 hours, 3 hours just updating all of these charts, right? So, any questions, just let me know, guys. Any questions at all, just let me know. And then on the 30-minute time frame, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're trading between this higher low over here and these higher highs over here. These higher highs aren't set just yet, so we're just going to keep this here. And then when we're looking for the continuations, we had 2 days of rise, which was on Wednesday, Thursday. Friday gave us that third day push, right? We had a gap in the market to reset the trend, which was on Monday, right? Sunday, Monday, price decided to just move sideways. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down, and we ended up moving sideways. And then Tuesday, which was today, price gave us another push to the top side. So AU, we're just still going to be patient. Again, me personally, I don't trade counter trend. Price pushing up is counter trend because again, overall we are in a downtrend. So I'm just going to allow price to do what it has to do. If it continues these uptrend pushes, cool. I'll let price give us a lower high. Once we get to these highs up here, this is when I'll start looking to take trades going back down. So I'm going to be patient with AU. And then we'll go on from there. AUD CAD. We're in the first zone of consolidation on a downtrend. Daily time frame, we're still sitting at these highs where price has been moving sideways for the last 4 weeks. We have 2 months, right? 8 weeks where price has just been moving sideways. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a week of rise, no continuations, still just moving sideways. So this is a pair for me. Personally, I'm not going to be trading AUD CAD for right now. We're still trading between those big ass 30-minute highs and lows. Updating this for the last couple days, we had 2 days of rise. Counter trend again on the third day gave us that third day high, then finished on a drop. And then on the fourth day, price opened and gave us a day of rise, which was Monday, and then Tuesday, price gave us a second day. And then Wednesday being the third day, price is already pushing up to the top side again. Looks like a lot of these pairs too, guys. That's another thing. Like, I haven't been so active on the charts. There hasn't really been anything to trade for the NYC session. A lot of these pairs, as soon as the market's open, is just moving like crazy. Right, we have a change of character here on the 30-minute time frame. Change of character. Then price gave us lower low, lower high into these lower lows, but price never gave us a valid break just yet. Just gave us an inducement. But we are trading above this 30-minute high here, this lower high, and these lower lows down here. Then we have NYC been moving like Asia, and Asia like NYC, yeah. A lot of fake outs, man. I saw a lot of people took L's on US 30 today. That shit was comedy. So many people. Alright, this gave us 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up, and we ended up moving up. And then price for today went down. So many L's today, bro, on US 30. The TL was filled with people like, what the hell is US 30 doing? Then Euro AUD on the daily time frame, we're still in level 3 on an uptrend, but price is still moving sideways. Guys already know, man. Moving sideways, stay away. Ain't nothing to trade. Best 30 been moving like butter. That's what I'm saying. I was looking at it this morning. I'm like, this shit's gonna fake everybody out. Faked everyone out. 9:30 open. 10 a.m. Beautiful entry back to the top side. A higher high, higher low, man. Just ride the waves. EuroCAD is already in previous peak highs, so I'm not going to be trading EuroCAD. Then for this month, price moves sideways. We have no continuations. On the 4 hour, we're still trading between lower low and lower high, and price is just moving sideways. We had a week of no net. Price just moved sideways for the week. No continuations, and then on the 30-minute time frame, price gave us a change of character. It gave us a lower low, but did not give us a valid break. So I'm not going to update this just yet, but I'm going to move this to the side so we know that it gave us a little inducement. Now if price gave us an inducement and we start seeing higher highs, higher lows, we know we could take those trades back to the top side. 2 days of drop gave us a third day. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up. We ended up going up. And then price for today could be like a little multi-session type 1 pattern. Gave us a drop. Euro USD. You update your journal? Nah. Haven't even opened that shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll have to do that this week though. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning. I have a few fucking pairs. Like I got a few trades I have to add. Like what, four or five entries, 3 or 4, something like that. I haven't updated in a minute, bro. I'm gonna have to go back and do that shit real quick. Oh man. I've just been playing COD, bro, and then handling shit with that, with the custom apparel, the company. Been trying to get foot is on the gas, bro. I've been trying to get different people to work with, man. You know, so we could do their designs and do their print their shit and stuff like that. Gonna need to start getting more customers, man. So I gotta, as soon as I finish here, I gotta go through a Google Doc. I gotta sign some shit off. Um, then I have to go through another Google Doc and look at some other things that I was given a couple hours ago. But I would just want to play COD, bro. I'm 16th right now. 16th. I'm so fucking good. Euro USD, we are in level 2 on an uptrend, right? We had the first push to the top side, first zone of consolidation. The start of level 2, right? That gave us the break, higher high, higher low, and then price just gave us a higher high. Price is just moving sideways now, just trapping traders, right? We had a month of drop last month. This month of November, price gave us a month of rise. We still got gaps at the top of the market. We still got gaps at the bottom of the market. No continuations on the daily time frame. On the 4 hour, we have a week of drop. Let's add a few lines here. Sorry about that. Sunday, 5 o'clock. Sunday, 5 o'clock. Sunday, 5 o'clock. We had a week of drop, then last week gave us a week of rise. No continuations for right now. Same 4 hour highs and 4 hour lows that we've been trading in and consolidating in for the last couple of weeks. And then on the 30-minute, price gave us a lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So it gave us a change of character, it gave us a break of structure, it gave us a retest, right? It gave us a higher low, it gave us a continuation back to the top side, higher high. So we're trading between this higher high over here on the 30-minute time frame and these higher lows over here. had 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down, and we ended up moving sideways. Then we had another day of movement, of sideways movement. Then we had a day of rise. And then today we had price give us a second day of rise, but it's not a clean 372 because price never finished above the first day. Price opened already pushing up to the top side. Euro USD will be patient, right? Right now, like the USD pairs for me, it's like just kind of backpacking off of it right now. And what I mean by that is there's just too many things going on, too many inconsistencies, too much news, too much political powers talking about what's gonna happen. Um, these are a few pairs that I'm just keeping away from right now. Right, I'm keeping a very close eye on the USD pairs, but I'm not interested. Right, it's like GU, EU, GJ, gold, US 30, Bitcoin, oil. I'm not really trading them like that right now. Right, as of right now, there's too many factors at play. There's too much going on, and it's just something where, again, as a trader, you have to assess the damages. Right, U.S. going into war with Venezuela, what they want to do. That's oil reserve. Oil prices are gonna be going fucking stupid. Obviously, if we go to war, USD prices, USD stocks, USD currency is gonna get affected. So there's a lot at play here that we have to kind of be aware of and just be patient. Again, that's just really what it is when it comes to trading. Is just be patient. There's going to be times in the market where you're going to notice it. Is there trades? Absolutely. There's always trades in the market. Right? There's so many other factors at play. At what time are the entries given? Are you waiting for your entries to be given? Or you woke up during NYC and you saw that Asia gave you the entry and it gave you the play, and instead of just sitting on your hands and waiting for another confirmation or waiting for the continuations, you're just gonna get into a trade because, oh, I haven't traded in 2 weeks, I have to take a trade, fuck it. Like, nah. Again, historically, you go and you look back at how price is moving, and it's nothing new, guys. It's nothing new. You guys see how easy this is. 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, what must the market do? Move sideways or go up? You guys see this happening. Like, I haven't updated my charts since last week, since I left for Miami. You guys see how the markets move always. It's always the same thing. 3 days of drop, market must move sideways or go up. 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways the next day or go down. There's not, again, there's always going to be entries in the market. But again, when is the entries given? You start looking at the timings. Everything's moving Asia and London. If you're not awake during Asia and London session during this time, you're done. You're not trading. And if you get into a trade, you might get lucky. Or you're not getting lucky, and that's why your stop losses are being hit. So trading shit really is just about being patient, waiting for your system. Once your rules are being played out and you see it on the charts, take the trade. If you don't see nothing, step away. GCAD is in level 3 on an uptrend, still making higher highs and higher lows. Price gave us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. 3 months of rise. This month, price gave us a no net. Still trading in the higher low area, so we are looking for price to start making higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frame. Let's add a line here real quick. We had 2 weeks where price was moving sideways. Then this past week, we finished on a rise. No continuations for right now. And then on the 30-minute, price gave us a lower low. Right, no, that's it. It gave us lower low, lower high, lower low. Price never tapped into these lows here. Let's delete these drawings so you guys can see. Price never broke these lows, so we're still trading between this high over here. Right, we're still trading between those highs and these lows down here. All the movements you see on GCAD right now, all of this is internal 5-minute, 1-minute time frame movements that I will not be participating in. Then price gave us a day of drop here. us 2 days of drop. On the third day, price just moved sideways, going counter trend. And then price gave us another day of drop. GJ, let's start from the daily here. Daily time frame, we're still on an uptrend. We had a month of rise last month, then the month of December gave us 2 months of rise. Perfect. We can switch this out to third month high. On the 4-hour time frame, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week, or last week being the third week, price gave us that third week push. Perfect. Right. After 3 weeks of rise, the market must move sideways or go down, but we have a gap in the market, resets the trend. Still bouncing off the 50 EMA. On the 4-hour time, we had higher high, higher low. I'm not gonna mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high on the 4-hour. All of this is just part of the same trends, right? Because price is just continuing the trend, so we're still trading between these 4-hour highs over here. And then on the 30-minute time frame, we still have higher high, higher low. Then price gave us these higher highs over here. Now again, I do want to say that I want to count this on the 30-minute and say that on the 30-minute we have higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Just so we could keep an eye on structure, but we could just do that on the 5-minute, right? Because on the 30-minute we are still trading higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, technically speaking. So we have a day of drop, then we had 2 days of drop, we have a gap in the market, doesn't matter, gave us a third day drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up, and we ended up moving up. Right, so now let's get back into business with GJ. Right, GJ, we know we're trading at a higher high. Right, could we be looking for a steeper pullback? So on the daily time frame, it looks like price wants to give us a steeper pullback. Right, it looks like price wants to give us higher high, higher low, higher high, and potentially a higher low somewhere in this area. On the 4-hour time frame, right, again, we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. You start putting all your rules together and you start just reacting to what price is doing. React to what you know about trading in general. Right? That higher low that we're looking for on the daily time frame, when we put our fib on the 4-hour, where's the retracement to? 50% pullback. Golden ratio zone. Right? Everything starts lining up. 30-minute time frame. We don't really have nothing on the 30-minute time frame here, but that's okay. Once price reaches this area, that's when I'll start looking to take these trades again. Or if we start seeing higher highs and higher lows on the internal time frame somewhere in these areas, then we can start taking those trades back up. And we'll get those early notifications, right? Right now the 50 is below the 200. We already know this is still on a downtrend, right? Obviously, we could still see price making lower lows and lower highs. Now, if price on the internal time frame, we start seeing this on the 5-minute, we had lower low, lower high, lower low. What did price give us? A change of character, higher high, higher low. If price gives us a 5-minute break of structure, if the 50 crosses above the 200, right, we know we're going to get prices give us higher high, higher low. We could take these trades back up to the top side. But right now, it's too early to take these trades. Right now, price is still downtrending. So you can't take a buy position when price is still downtrending. It doesn't make any sense. So we still got to be patient with GJ. And I'm going to keep all of this marked up so you guys can see what it is that I'm talking about. And this is not in hindsight. This is, I have a third eye, bro. I see the future. I'm the market maker. GU, same as EU, we are in level 2 on an uptrend. We had to push number 1, first zone of consolidation. It gave us the break of structure, higher high, higher low, and it gave us a continuation back into the higher high into level 2. right at the higher high. Price is now giving us a higher low. It's just a little pullback. We had a month of drop, then for the month of November, it gave us a month of rise. We have no continuations here. On the 4-hour time frame, price is still on a downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price gave us a week of rise last week. Again, no continuations for now. And then on the 30-minute time frame, we had lower low, then price gave us a change of character, higher high again. Then price gave us low, higher high, right? And then it gave us an inducement, which was on Monday. Gave us an inducement of the high. Then price gave us a change of character back down to the lower low. So we're trading between these highs up here and these lows down here. We had day of no net here. Then we had another day of no net, 2 days where price was moving sideways. And we had 3 days where price was moving sideways. 4 days where price is moving sideways. Oh man, we're almost done here, team. Any questions again, just let me know. I'm hungry too, man. NZD USD. We are in level 3 on a downtrend. Technically still in A2, second zone of consolidation. We still haven't gotten the break of these lows just yet. We had 2 months of drop on the third month. Price gave us that third month low and finished on a no net. Could we expect a 4th day variation? I would like structure on NZD USD to have been a little bit better. But that's okay. Not everything is going to be perfect for us. We have a change of character on the 4-hour time frame here. Price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, then gave us a 4-hour change of character back to the top side, higher high. So we're trading between these 4-hour lows and these 4-hour highs up here. We have a week of rise, counter trend. Then on the 30-minute time frame, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, break of structure, higher low. Then price gave us a higher high and just started moving sideways. And we're still trading between this higher low here and these higher highs up here. Day of rise, day of no net, day of no net, day of no net. 3 days where price has been moving sideways. Dirty 30, man. US 30, let's take a look. Still trading at the highs. We had a month where prices moving sideways. On the 4-hour, rise. And then on the 30-minute, we had a change of character. We had a break of structure. Then price gave us a change of character back down to the bottom. Gave us a little shoulder head shoulder, gave us a break, gave us a little retest. Right, so this is where I'll start getting ready. The only thing that's missing for US 30, there was two things that was missing, obviously. The break of structure after the change of character, and the 50 to be below the 200. Those are the two things that are missing for me to feel comfortable taking these positions going short. However, we understand that US 30 is still on an uptrend. The higher time frames you still see we're on an uptrend. So again, gotta be very careful. Very careful. But so many people took losses on US 30 today, man. So many people, especially for that 930 candle. And then all the candles after that, I mean, if you were just holding trades, you were just wanting to get lucky for the day. And that's okay. Not every day's a lucky day. Maybe tomorrow. And 2 days of rise on the third day. Price did not give us that third day, just gave us a no net, opened up with gaps. Gave us a 4th day push to the top side. That was Thanksgiving Day. Then gave us a drop. Or that was that Thursday going into Friday, yeah. And then day of rise. That's pretty much it, guys. These last couple pairs here, I'm not really trading them, so I'm just gonna keep my charts updated. But it's pretty much for today, guys. Any questions, let me know. 3 days of drop, 4 days of drop, gap in the market, reset, gave us a day of rise, gave us another day of drop. Still trading between higher high and higher low. Have a week of drop. And then on the daily time frame, we had 2 months of rise. On the 3rd month, gave us that 3rd month push and finished on a no net. This is a pair that we don't know where we're at overall just yet. We don't know if price wants to continue these uptrend pushes. And again, it really could. If they really wanted to continue these uptrend pushes, they could. Now, is it something I'm expecting? I'm not expecting it. But we'll keep a very close eye on USD CAD. Same thing with USDs are pretty much pretty similar when it comes to what I'm looking for. No continuations on the daily. On the 4-hour, no continuations either. Still making lower lows and lower highs on the 4-hour, and then on the 30-minute time frame. Oh, my nose is fucking killing me. Still trading between the same 30-minute lows and highs. We had 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up, and we ended up moving sideways. Then we had a day of drop. Then we had another day of drop. Then we had a 3rd day push, but finished on a rise. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're trading between this higher low here. BTC, 2 months of drop. 2 months of drop. Still trading higher high and higher low though. On the 800, on the higher low on the 800, gave us an exhaustion candle, gave us the retest, then gave us a daily engulfing candle. After the engulfing candle is printed, looking for a retest to continue on, man. Wish I could have put some bread into XRP. Is all good. Not everyone could be a winner, man. Now you'll still have time. You will still have time, my friend. Lower low, lower high, gave us a change of character. Bitcoin is getting ready, man. When Bitcoin gets ready, you know who else gets ready? I get ready. Then we had a day of rise. We had 2 days of rise. Gave us a third day. On the third day, it finished on a rise drop. Right after the change of character on the 800, price decided to just move sideways, which is okay. This is where the market makers are trapping traders. Trapped all of the traders. Gave you a fake shoulder head shoulder. Price went down. All the people who thought price was just going to continue to tank, straight to stop loss. Price came back up to the top side. 50 crossing above the 200s, looking good. Bitcoin's looking good. You know what that tells me about gold? The opposite. And gold had a 1 hour engulfing candle here. But this engulfing candle is not valid because that green, yes, it does have a wick. It does have a wick indeed. This green candle also has a wick. Gold is going to be an interesting pair. Keep an eye on gold. And then last but not least, US oil. Gave us a change of character, higher high, and we're still trading between this low and these highs. Price gave us a day of rise, 2 days of rise, then gave us a no net, then gave us another no net, then gave us a day of drop. Then on the 4 hour, price gave us a week of drop, and then it gave us a week of rise. Then on the daily, price gave us month of drop, and it did give us that third month drop, so that's perfect. 4 month low, engulfing candle on the 4 hour, Now, do I think we'll get continuations? I don't know. Again, oil is going to be one I'm going to keep a very close eye on. Why is my charts lagging so much? Good. Yeah, these pairs are already pushing, so. Going back into what I was saying with GJ, right? Like the fact that we could see that Bitcoin wants to push up and gold might push down. We know GJ follows gold; it goes down. So if again, a lot of these pairs are just the correlations between them are very important to understand and know. But this is the reason why I don't trade Asia session, right? Because right now, how many traders you think are in these short positions for gold? So many, and it looks good. But again, why are we taking short positions in an area where we know on every single time frame we're still uptrending? Every single time frame we're still uptrending, right? So we want to be very careful right now. So it's pretty much it for me tonight. For tonight, guys. Any questions? Let me know. Anything else you guys want me to go over? Let me know. If not, we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session if we see anything on the charts. Good session. I'm gonna watch if I come with any question, but thanks. No problem, my brother. See you tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.